What you do on a daily basis to yourself, for yourself, matters a lot more than anything else. There is nothing else going on without you. You owe it to yourself to value your movement, your nutrition, your lifestyle, and everything else. It's not being selfish. It's taking care of the first priority. My name is John Amore, and I am currently a fitness and movement coach at Thrive Performance in Johnston, Rhode Island.
What kind of training do you do?
I use gymnastics for upper body training. I use traditional weightlifting for hypertrophy or bodybuilding, and I use Olympic lifting when I can for lower body. I do a lot of balance work. That is almost daily.
Now, when you say you're a movement coach, what does that mean?
I started when I was a teenager looking at how could I improve my own performance doing martial arts, which is my real background. And I stumbled upon, bodybuilding and strength training and the typical stuff. And I kind of reached a plateau where I could bench press a lot of weight. At like 16, I could get just over 300 pounds in my bench press. I couldn't squat down all the way. I never had anybody to squat me, so I didn't really know how to squat properly. I could deadlift a lot. At least what I thought was a lot, but I couldn't really move very well, and I couldn't even do a pull-up when I was 18. So, that inspired me to just go down a completely different route with my training, because I could bench press a ton, but I couldn't do a planche. I couldn't do a planche push-up. I couldn't do a handstand. I couldn't do anything. So it was kind of like I was really bored with normal movements, and I was looking for an alternative to that. I messed this up worse than anybody else did. I've messed up more things along my journey, and I've learned from myself with it enough. But I got hung up in these arenas until they caused really bad problems in my life. In this idea of like the amount of pressure on the bar equates to somehow your value as a human being, is silly. Let's say you're bench pressing over and over and over again to try to build your chest. Bench pressing actually is a really bad movement to build your chest with. At some point with any movement pattern, when you see those diminishing returns, it's time to go back and just analyze like what the movement is. Like, forget about the big movement after you've plateaued with it, and just break it down into a smaller movement pattern, then go back to it afterwards. Point that I'd like to get across to the community is open up. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do out there, and you can't just be like a strength guy or an endurance guy or a mobility guy, and basically that would be like powerlifting or yoga or a marathon runner. Like, why not do a little bit of everything? I have no desire myself to be the best at anything. Because I desire to do more than that. I desire to branch out and explore movement, not just get good at one movement,
What gets you working out and moving every day? What is it?
Aiming for something that that you really value, creating a value for that thing, and then not letting anything get in the way. I don't do it to compete with anybody else. I do it because I want to be able to do it, because the journey is fun.
You have the want. I want to do that. But they fall short of actually doing it.
Don't show up if you don't want it. Stay home. Figure out what you want. It's a choice. You have a choice as to what you do with every moment of your life. If you want it, you can go get it.
How people can contact you?
Right now, it's best to contact me through Facebook.
Cool, and we'll put your Facebook link in the description below.
Cool.
And that way people can easily find you. And click here to see the full-length interview, and also an exclusive video. John shows us how to do dumbbell external rotators to keep our shoulders strong and healthy, to keep you moving.